throughout all of these battles you've had in deathmatch, you've like I said, Masada, dude, that's fucking huge. Who are some of the other like kind of top tier names that you're like, holy fuck, I'm in, about to battle these motherfuckers.
Man, a big one was, and I think it was like just, and what's so crazy, man, it wasn't until afterwards where I let it sink in that I was like, like what you're saying, holy shit. But I wrestled Drake Younger in his first fucking death match back in Indiana in a 30-minute, and I go over on him, man, like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
I mean, like, dude, Indiana dude, you know what I mean? Like, he's like, but that was one of those ones. And then, like, even Wild, man, I again, being a huge wrestling guy, dude, just like everything he's done in general. And then even like his WWE stuff, where like I'm watching matches and he's in the ring with some of the best on the biggest stage. It was like, yeah, dude, I don't know, man. That was another fucking solid one that I was like, holy shit, this is kind of wild, man.
Who was that for?
That one was for AWR.
Okay.
Yeah, AWR. Yeah, like I said, I think that one's on IWTV too now, but yeah, dude, it was like 30 minutes, man. And it's same thing, dude. Wrestled, dude, counters, this into that, into a pain, bro. But it was all meticulous, you know what I mean? And it was like, man, it was on point. I love that one, dude. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
So sick.
Blood fucking flew.
Dude. And I'm like, I'm just one of the dudes, man. Like I said, I'm a little older. So like, I don't know if it's like appreciation more now or whatever, but like, man, I let those moments seek in a little bit, dude. You know what I mean? It's like, dude, fuck yeah.
You have to.
That was fuck yeah. You know what I mean? Like,
you got to. I mean, realistically, look at, life is so precious, not to sound, cliche or whatever, but you look at guys like Bray Wyatt, who isn't with us anymore, 38 years old, like freak shit can happen, whether it's out of your hand, out of your control or what, you got to soak those fucking moments in. And especially if you're a fan, and I've heard people and boys and whatever in the fucking business say that, well, once you're involved in the business, you're not a fan anymore. And I'm like, that's fucking bullshit.
I don't know, man.
Are you just Kevin Nashing it up or something? Just in it for the money.
Oh man. Yeah. Where's the money, bro?
I made that a rule for me, man. I was like, I'll never not love
dude.
That's crazy to me. You know what I mean? I got like,
yes.
Call it obsessed. I'm an addict at heart. You know what I mean? So it's like whatever. But man, I watch wrestling every day. I fucking love it. I love different kinds. Some days it's New Japan. Some days it's crazy death matches. Some days it's pure wrestling. Some days, but I watch every fucking. I'll watch them before we jumped on here, man. You know what I mean? Like,
nice.
That's just what I do, man. So I don't know. Yeah, that's crazy to me. That to not. And I hate when people don't want to admit it either, dude. Like that's nuts.
That's the worst.
Yeah, bro. You know what I mean? Like, dude. Like, man, I don't know. There was the moment I even did like the extra work for AEW. That was I just saw that in my memories like a year ago. I don't give a fuck. I mean, I didn't like go crazy, but it's like I'm back there with like some pretty insane dudes that I watched when I was younger, bro. Like this is fucking cool, and I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Like, that's how I feel about it.
And speaking of guys, like, because I had this conversation today with I think with Zoran at work, and it was like, we're just talking about how you have kind of like this meteoric rise, this buzz about you. And he's like, well, dude, what deathmatch guys, honestly, like make it or whatever. And I'm like, dude, Jon Moxley.
Yeah. 100%.
Whether you like him or not, Jon Moxley was a CZW fucking deathmatch motherfucker.
Mick
Foley, dude. Yeah. Tons of them, that reached the pinnacle of the fucking sport. Champion in the two biggest companies that there is, and gets to work for a company that allows him to kind of intersect a little bit of that death match and to bleed a whole hell of a lot.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, dude, it's true. And I thought that too, man, because like even with me, I was like, if my charisma, my skills, and my actual matches can't get me over and you can't look past a couple of scars, then you've already looked past me. You know what I mean? And that's on you. To me, like I said, about what I bring out of the crowd, like I love like the vibe. I love sucking people in. I love that's what wrestling's about. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I can put on a banger just as well as anything with whatever, you know what I mean? So it's like, if you can't see past a couple scars and see like kind of what you said, man. So my big thing this year has been like what you just like hitting the road, hitting these companies. Dude, I mean, this year was one of the craziest years, and I'm proud of that. Fuck, I'm proud.
Gotta be.
You know what I mean? Like, hell yeah, dude. Like I said, if you can't see me as the character in the match, then get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying?
Get the fuck out of here. Dude, definitely. Stepping. That's dude, it's funny you say that about being a fan as still a wrestler, but you're still a fan. That's kind of, I think Justin can attest to this, as being in a musician, being in a band. Like, the music was always what drove me, like being a fan of the music. I never stopped being a fan, you know, and like people being fans of my band, you know, that trips you out. But at first it's like, you know, I'm in the pit partying with them for the next band because I'm right there to see the next band too. Like, I'm in it with y'all, you know. I'm not going to be up there and then like totally diss you and call you an asshole, you know, like get away from me. Let me go to my, you know, let me go take a powder and let me go to my, you know, camper and hang out. Nobody else can come in there. Yeah, exactly.
I got to play music.
Exactly. Where's my champagne?
Nah, dude, exactly.
Where's my air conditioning? It's not like that, dude. It
sounds like Axl Rose is in the room.
I don't know. Right? You kidding me? No, it's never been like that, man. It's like it was always about the music. It's always been about wrestling, and you know, I can totally feel you on that, man.
Nah, dude, thank you, man. I appreciate that too. I respect that shit too, because I think we were talking about the similarities in music and wrestling in general. You know what I mean? Just like it's a grind, and like, you know what I mean. But like, literally one thing can happen, and next thing you know, your whole shit's changed.
Exactly.
Bro. That's how I look at it, dude. Yeah.
And then I can sit there and savor the memory of playing Mexico with Napalm Death. And it's like, man, I got to meet Barney too. I'm like, oh man, it doesn't get better than that.
Yeah. Hell yeah. I had a good time in Mexico too, but guns held at me.
You did.
Barney, so it wasn't.
If you like that video, be sure to subscribe and check out more killer content from your homies at Juice Pro Wrestling.